you work with?
We work with a variety of companies, from ports, 3PLs, shipping lines, airlines, air chartering companies, people that actually do things that go onto the ship, like navigation equipment, so anything to do with the industry or people that want to sell into the sector.
Right, from a marketing perspective.
For a PR perspective, but also we're getting much more now into writing things like white papers, doing some research and forward thinking for our clients of what the future holds for supply chain and sort of knowledge pieces. So it's a mixture of things now, particularly with the online sphere.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay, cameras ready?
Okay, brilliant. So you work with a lot of different people within the industry. I mean, what have you noticed? What are the shifts and the changes that have been happening recently?
I think what's happening is that people are now taking much more of a strategic role within the supply chain. So whereas before it was very segmented, you're a supplier, you do this and that's it. Now what's happening is that people are working much more in teams, they're working transparently through the supply chain. Therefore there isn't a demarcation who does what, it's actually a total team and a whole environment. And that's really good because people have expertises that they can actually pass on through that supply chain. So what we're seeing is transparency in the supply chain, collaboration, working together, quite often rival companies working together, which is really good, and actually a much more agility in the supply chain.
So you mentioned collaboration there. Do you think that's a big theme going forward?
I think in the next few years you're going to see much more of this. I mean, I think it has to happen. People have got to work smarter together. And things like reverse logistics, trying to fill those empty loads back, that's going to be a way of doing it by actually being smarter, thinking more agile and thinking more holistically as a team, doing the best for the client rather than I'm a supplier and I'm only going to do my little function.
So do you think it's quite an exciting time for the industry? Do you think they're going to be able to adapt easier? Or is it quite worrying? You know, is it worrying on businesses' minds how to do this?
I think it's an exciting time because I think there was a feeling that was a 3PL actually going to survive going forward. Shipping lines were getting much more involved in the supply chain side of things, and this gives them a new niche and it gives them a purpose, which I think is using their expertise, their knowledge, their data. I mean, data, they say big data is now the in thing, isn't it? And they've got all that data, they've got all the historical information and they've got the current information across all different sectors and different industries. So I think now it actually makes a 3PL more viable and more vital in the supply chain than they ever have been.
So if you could give them a bit of advice, what do you think it would be?
Don't be fearful of your competitors, work with them. Let's work together for the best of the company, best of your clients, and also the thing is that for the industry, we need to reduce our carbon emissions, we need to be smarter, and it will only work if we all work together as one team.
That's brilliant, thank you. That was fantastic, thanks very much.